from 3rd to the 7th of November. This will be the first full week of November, which is also the NFP week on Friday. But we'll be having a lot of news drivers on the US dollar on Monday, on Wednesday, Thursday, and NFP on Friday. This is the first step on trying to establish a direction on where the price is likely to go. So I usually start with the DXY, that's the dollar index, before I get into other stuff. So my first step is usually trying to understand what the dollar index is trying to do. On the dollar index, this is where I usually start my analysis from. And from the dollar index, what I can see is a pool of liquidity pools resting just above price, the current price level that we're in right now. And with this, I can be able to quickly understand that price is likely reaching for this high here. And once price gets to deliver, let me expand this a bit so that I can be able to get a clear price action view. So from this range, this is the weekly time frame I'm looking at. I want to establish direction bias. I think price will be reaching for that high, simply because currently we are at this position, clearly targeting this high that goes at 10,500 level. This high. This gives me a high expectation that we will run that one, and once we run that one, we are most likely going to run also these highs that are sitting just above this 100.500 level. We have two more. We have also one more, which stands at 100.5286 level. And once we run that one, we are probably going to run this high that sits at 101.96, which is almost at 102 level. And that will be my target for this month of November. I will expect price to reach those levels on the dollar index. Euro USD, which is an opposite pair with the dollar index, we can already see that we have already swept a swing low that I've been targeting for the past 2 weeks or so. We have already swept this low that was standing at 101.15161 level. I'm expecting price to run at 1.13930 level this week or this month that we are in currently of November. I can't promise that we'll take that low within this week, but I'll probably love to see this month drop to that level. This is the weekly chart also on the euro dollar, the levels that I'm looking at. And also, if we can't be able to reach that 1.39330 level, I'll have to see price at least hit 50% of this week, of which we have already. I can see price has likely closed below the 25 or the upper quadrant of 0.25 level. So this gives me high hopes that we are probably going to close even below the 50% and 75%, reaching to the lower quadrant of 1.3 level, 1.3, probably up to 1.3700 level. This because it's the first 700 level around here. It's the first level that I would love to see price deliver to. Overall, I'm bullish on the foreign currencies, but I'm expecting a retracement below the current price level. Nasdaq, we have been bullish overall for the past, almost for the past decade. We have always been bullish, but at where we're standing right now with price, you can see a wick on the weekly time frame. And if I drop down into the lower time frame to get a clear view of what price is trying to do, I'm going to grade this into a range where price we are dealing at, and from where we are dealing at, anybody can clearly see that price is at a premium and is trying to retrace into something. And we have a volume imbalance on the daily chart. This is a volume imbalance. So this is my first area of focus for this volume imbalance on the daily time frame. And if price will be able to manage and drop further, I would like to extend that daily volume balance with this fair value gap and see that at least we trade into 50% of this level. This is what we call a suspension block, ICT terms, suspension block. So I'll have to see at least price retracing at least to this 50% of this level, which is also inside that volume imbalance. So this level, to call it, that's 25,478 level. I'll have to see price deliver or retrace to that level in this week, or rather in this month of November, before continuations higher, because we can clearly see that price is overall bullish. And if price would disrespect that suspension block, I'll have to see price deliver lower to that 24,290 or lower below 24,000 level. I'll have to see price deliver into those if we disrespect that suspension block on Nasdaq. This will be opposite on other foreign currencies or other foreign assets such as the US 30 and SP 500. I'll also expect the same bearish scenarios if I see a disrespect or a disrespect inside that level that I'm looking at right now. If we close below 50% or lower quadrant level of that suspension block, I will expect price to drop lower to that below 24,000 level. This is gold on the weekly chart. Gold on the weekly chart, if I get a closer view of what price is doing, last week we tapped into a fair value gap that was made on the same week. We made a fair value gap during the same month of October, and we retraced to that fair value gap on the same month of October, on the last week of October. Trying to get a range of what of price has been wildly bullish, and saying we gotta retrace at least to this 50% level. I don't know if it's possible because we have been so very bullish, but if we were to retrace, I don't know how long or how low we will retrace, but I'll look for what price will show in the next month to come. But let me try to look at higher time frame to see what price I will be missing. So on a monthly chart, having drawn that range, we have a fair value gap here. This is a monthly time frame. Still within that range, we can see that price on the monthly time frame has a level with a fair value gap. So let me drop into just drew gold on the monthly time frame we have a long week. The month of October made a very, very long week, and we have been bullish for the last the last 1 year. We've just been bullish, and this week made the previous month made a very, very long week, and I can see we are trying to retrace into this previous month's or the month of October's fair value gap. There's a fair value gap that was made between the months of, so this is a level that I'll be trying to look for. That's the top goes at 3814, 3814, and the low goes at 3454. Let's go into the weekly time frame and see those levels. I don't know why it keeps disappearing, but we have a level of 3814, around 3814 and 3454 something. Those are, I don't know if I can, I'm going to draw it because each time I'm trying to drop into this lower time frame, price keeps dismissing that level. So I'm going to draw it in a rough sketch. Roughly I just assume price will be retracing around this level, which is also, if we annotate on the weekly range, it gives us a 50% retracement into this weekly range that we have been running to on top. So I'm bearish on gold, silver, all the other foreign assets, Nasdaq, US 30, SP 500, Euro, and all the other foreign currencies that are paired with the dollar. I'm bearish overall, so I'll be looking for lower prices within this month of November come December, and I hope you guys will have a good week ahead. So I pray that you have good trading.